So
Simone.
I can't know who the guy is, but the guy has to know he's coming on a date with me.
Yes, of course. Now, now I need to hear the prerequisites. I need to hear what do they have to have? Tall,
a little
older. What's the
older.
age?
He can't have a 9 to 5.
What? Why not? You don't want him to have an honest job?
I mean, he could be a hustling entrepreneur.
So you want him to be you want CEO status?
Yes.
Okay, he can't
so
like he can't clock in and clock out.
No.
Damn,
I think
Simone.
entrepreneurs should date entrepreneurs.
Okay, but still, there's people who have really good jobs with vocational skills. If he's a mechanic,
I'm sure, but no, you're not going to understand my lifestyle. You're not going to understand why I'm up at 3 a.m.
Damn, you making this hard for me. Okay, all right.
You know, he has to be an entrepreneur,
a business owner. He getting one of them stimulus packages from Donald Trump, one of them small business loans, and he ain't buying jewelry with it.
Or moving into that direction.
Yeah. All right,
I don't often disagree with Kevin. In fact, Kevin is one of the guys I believe in his mission to transform this certain group of guys that do need it. Like I say, Kevin isn't for everybody. And that goes for the women that he's also training, which I do agree with. As long as you're helping people achieve what they think they want, not everybody's qualified for it, but for what he's doing to get where they want to go, it takes a lot of work, and you're going to have the right mindset to get there. But after that preamble, we're going to talk about this B. Simone situation that's going on. And since it's all over the place, because normally I would have ignored it, but since 3 or 4 or 5 people have actually done videos on the doggone thing, it's gotten to the point that it's irritated me. And I want to say this, is that B. Simone is nothing more than K. Michelle. In fact, B. Simone is a downgraded version, in my opinion, of K. Michelle. A little better looking, but still a downgraded version. In the sense that I don't think they qualify for something that they want. Now, if she says she doesn't want a 9 to 5 guy, which is probably true, and she has every right not to want a 9 to 5 guy, and she is giving you all these quasi reasons about why she doesn't want a 9 to 5 guy, but the thing is, she's walking it back. She's not actually telling you what she really wants. She's fudging it because, one, it sounds really messed up especially to the guys that are her fans. 2, it gives female fans that follow her the idea that they could be her. So her putting down 9 to 5 guys is encouraging them to put down 9 to 5 guys, which is why the 9 to 5 guys, regular dudes that follow her, are upset because you're actually going to start a new round of regular chicks who definitely don't qualify saying the exact same thing about regular dudes. And lastly, I think the reason that she's fudging is because she doesn't qualify for the men that she really wants. She doesn't want another entrepreneur. She wants a 100-octane baller. That's what she wants. She just can't say that. And Nick Cannon, who knows her, who's trying to set her up, knows that she doesn't qualify for a baller dude. Now, did she kind of sort of when she was younger? Because she's 30 now, but when she played Aaliyah some 8 years ago, when she's like 22, 23 years old, and she was, I would say, like maybe 20 pounds lighter, maybe 30 pounds lighter. So when she kind of sort of with the right makeup on could pass for Aaliyah, well, yeah, maybe then she qualified for certain guys, right? But the thing is, she's in the industry. She's surrounded by these people. It's like working at a hospital and not being able to get a doctor. You're surrounded by them. If you qualify for a doctor, if you qualify for those kind of people, they will find you and you will get them because there's nothing but those kind of people around you. If you're around 100-octane guys all day long and they're in your Rolodex, which is possibly the only reason that she would probably get a higher octane guy, is because she does have a Rolodex. She does know these people. But if she qualified for that kind of guy, she'd already have him. You wouldn't be 30 years old. You wouldn't be crying to Nick Cannon about guys that you want, that you need to be hooked up. And you wouldn't be saying that you don't want a 9 to 5 guy. The reason she's saying that is because those are the kind of guys that have been approaching her. Those are the kind of guys that she attracts. Those are the kind of guys that are in her DMs. Those are the kind of guys willing to wife it up. I don't see Future flying in to grab her. I don't see Russell Wilson pining over her, trying to get her. You know, you have athletes. You got athletes that are out of work right now that she could get if they were so inclined. But she's not on their radar. Now, they might sleep with her, which they probably have since she's in the industry. And I think she did have one rapper that was sleeping with her. Guess what he said? He said he didn't claim her. So her struggling to make $1 million, which I applaud her for. I applaud her making that $1 million. I applaud her being that entrepreneur and going out there doing it. Which so does Gail, so does Oprah. Hell, so does Candace Owens. But Candace Owens married a white dude. There's a lot of chicks out there just like her that got lucky and got a career and are able to leverage that. I have no issue with that. Hell, Marcus Brownlee is worth 20 times what she's worth. That is in the same arena as far as being online as she is. Marcus Brownlee doesn't have his 6'4" ass down there trying to wife her up. She doesn't qualify. And that's what guys are trying to say. They're looking at her and basically she Keisha down the block. She doesn't qualify for that high octane dude. Now, can she look up and get one? Possibly. But even though a woman like her can possibly get it, I don't think she has a temperament for it. If she had the temperament for getting an entrepreneur, that kind of upscale dude, she wouldn't be online saying stuff like, I don't like 9-to-5 guys. Even if that were true. Even if it were true. Look at the guys that billionaires marry. They're very graceful. They're very giving. They don't say stuff like this. Okay? And the gold digger class chicks that are the 8s, 9s, and 10s, especially the 9s and 10s, they don't say it because those dudes that are 9-to-5 paycheck dudes, they already know they don't qualify. It doesn't have to be said. In fact, the 9s and 10s will be graceful enough, even though they would be lying, that says they would be perfectly happy with a regular guy or a 9-to-5 guy or a professional guy that wasn't a CEO. They'd be perfectly happy with him. They'd be lying, but they'd be graceful enough to actually just say it and calm some egos. She is not that girl. I'll give you one example of a chick that's right around her vein, in fact, but a little bit older, but right around her vein, that did marry a dude that fit that description. That was Yvonne Orji. Yvonne Orji is about right around a 6, maybe a 7, right? And she's way more successful than this particular girl, and is around those kind of guys. Now, did she nab a top tier guy? No, she didn't. But she nabbed a football player, a baller, because she does have the temperament. You would never see Yvonne Orji say that she's not attracted, or the kind of guy that she really wants is a 95 guy, even if that's what she wanted. You would never hear her say it out of her mouth. That old saying, what's understood doesn't need to be spoken. If a woman does qualify for those top tier guys, and trust and believe, I'm in Los Angeles, I know there's lots of them, and I've known lots of them. And guess what? Even when they knew that they deserved top tier dudes, and these were top tier women that basically ran in those circles, they would never say that. They would never say up. I grew up with 9s and 10s. They would never say that. And my poor ass, even though I didn't qualify, they would have never said that to my face. That's why this chick does not qualify. That's why she was on there begging Nick Cannon to find her an industry dude, which is something that she really wanted. I want somebody that does what I do. I want somebody in the same industry that I'm in, which is something that she really meant. I want somebody that understands what I do that's in the same industry. Unfortunately, boo, they're not checking for you because you don't qualify as one of those. If you did, you have one. Just because you on wilding out and they flirting with you and they think you one of the homies and y'all might drink some Prosecco and vodka and smash, that doesn't mean that they're going to claim you. It doesn't mean they're going to wife you up. Especially right now, which is something that a good professor friend of mine wanted me to talk about. I'm going to talk about it here briefly. There's one thing that this particular crisis, the COVID crisis, this economic crunch is going to do. It's going to dramatically shift the amount of guys in the class that she's talking about. dramatically. A lot of the people in the entertainment class, which is sports, music, being online, all that kind of stuff, all these people are going to take a hit and have taken a hit. Now, there's some people that are a niche. Like, I think Kevin is one of those people that has found a niche that could be recession-proof because the clientele that he serves is probably is a little bit more affluent, and since their jobs are more essential, the thing is that he will always have those kind of clients. There's always those people, okay? But so people like B. Simone is looking for a dude, there's not enough of them. And now B. Simone has to compete with those 9s and 10s. Now, if she wants to tech billionaire, she would have to have a different, not only attitude, but she's going to have a different socialization. She's going to have to display a different temperament. And the kinds of guys that she's looking for are right now looking for money, looking for a paycheck, looking for this advanced system to reboot so they can actually make the money that was promised them. All your athletes, they're on hold, man. And if those guys that are not already wealthy, basically, they're probably looking for a stimulus check right now. I can guarantee you that. There's some celebrities that have actually said that that are well off, that have said a lot of their friends are not working and haven't worked for months, and their cash flow is all screwed up because they can't get out on the road and perform. They can't make those $80,000, $100,000 a week that they were making because the venues are dried up. So while those people may recover, it's going to put a lot of downward pressure on dating and mating. COVID-19, it's still with us, and it has changed the game in more ways than one, not just here, but worldwide. And for all you level up chicks, which I have no problem with level up chicks and hypergamous chicks, you're going to have an issue in this coming climate. And, just to boost what Kevin's platform, y'all need to be over there 24/7. Y'all need to be coming out of your pocketbooks. You need to learn everything that he can teach because you're going to need it. And you're going to have to climb up over a whole bunch of other chicks to get there. And don't be like B. Simone that's in her 30s. Now, she just turned 30 this year. It's in her 30s trying to get those top-notch guys that qualify for chicks that are 22, 23, 25. You better be as funny as hell. You better be as cooperative as hell. And you better be nice as hell, which something that B. Simone is not. She is not nice. She's not a nice person, which you better get you a guy that's in business. You might have to get you a professional guy, just like K. Michelle. K. Michelle saying the same shit. What she settled for? She settled for a regular dude. Now, the regular dude had a degree. The regular dude had a better career. But at the end of the day, he wasn't one of those baller dudes like B. Simone thinks she qualifies for. But anyway, that's just my disagreement with Kevin. That's what I had to get off my chest real quick. Should have done it last night. I didn't get to it because I fell my black ass asleep. I'm getting old, folks. Okay, I'm not getting old. I am old. And sometimes it bees that way. So while you young whippersnappers, while you're young, get on that grind. And stop worrying about a 6 whose career is just as fleeting as all the other dudes that I know in Los Angeles that are fleeting. Don't worry about her. If she got $1 million, hopefully she can hold on to it. I know a bunch of millionaires. I do mean millionaires. That got their fortune being a 9-to-5 dude, and they would never pick her. She has a right to want anything that she wants, but she doesn't have the right to get what she doesn't deserve. Supply and demand. And for people like her, the supply is drying up. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Is BGS out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.